started so we can bring our way to the front. Such a beautiful morning in the city of San Jose. Great. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Cheyenne Smith, and I'm the Director of Communications at Innovate Public Schools. I want to thank you guys so much for being here today. This is such a moment to celebrate for our parent leaders and community members who are so excited for student recovery here in San Jose. I just wanted to go over some quick housekeeping before we went into our program. Today's press conference will be bilingual, and so we'll do simultaneous interpretation. If you haven't already visited our interpretation table, you can grab a headset. Here in the back, she has a sign, Stacia Marisol, and there will be parts of our program that are in Spanish, and so if you are not bilingual, you can grab a headset and they will translate for you. Also, for the parts of English, she will translate into Spanish as well. And if you ever need, you can just go to the back and Stacia will help you out.
Si necesitan interpretación en español, por favor, tenemos la interpretación aquí.
Muchas gracias. Okay. Thank you guys again. And so without further ado, I would like to welcome the Mayor of San Jose, Matt Mahan.
Well, good morning, everyone. How are you all doing?
Good morning.
Good. All right. I'm really thrilled to be here, standing here today with so many incredible parent leaders, with Innovate Public Schools, our city librarian, Jill Bourne, to celebrate the work. And by the way, our council members. We have your council member here, Peter Ortiz, and downtown council member Omar Torres as well. Both of whom I know are real champions for educational equity. We're here today to celebrate the work that the city has done with support from partners like Innovate Public Schools, and thanks to the organizing work of some great parent leaders, to help our youngest achieve brighter futures. As we all know, the pandemic was an especially difficult time for our children. They suffered from devastating learning loss. In fact, the research is now telling us, the data is pretty clear, that there's been tremendous learning loss that we have a responsibility to address. Nationwide, we've seen a 20-year setback in terms of all the gains we had made in measurable improvements in math and reading scores on standardized assessments. On average, our children lost about 1/3 of a year of learning, but we know that that's just an average, and that in many neighborhoods, learning loss was much, much greater. Of course, our young people missed important social milestones, graduations, field trips, and school dances, and sports, and all the other extracurriculars. And while we can't give them back all of those experiences, we can and we must give them the opportunity to access the resources they need to recoup that learning loss. And that's why during the last budget cycle, our city council voted to allocate $2 million of our remaining American Rescue Plan funding to targeted tutoring programs to help our young students who have been struggling with pandemic-related learning loss. I really want to thank Innovate Public Schools for the organizing and advocacy that they did, lifting up parent voices, empowering our parent leaders to fight for these investments. And I want to thank my predecessor, former Mayor Sam Ricardo, for championing this investment, which is something I was very proud to stand with him and support last year. The $2 million has gone to funding Tutoring Matters through SJ Learns, which is a program at the San Jose Library. And it's invested in high-quality tutoring programs that help San Jose students in grades 4 through 12 accelerate their academic learning. These grants prioritize San Jose's most vulnerable students. As we know, I mentioned that 1/3 of a year learning loss. In many of our traditionally under-resourced neighborhoods, learning loss was much, much greater. And so we've focused on the neighborhoods where we see the greatest social inequities and where we've seen the greatest effects from the pandemic. So all of our students and families in San Jose are grappling with lasting impacts. It's the students who were disproportionately impacted, our traditionally lower resourced communities, our English language learners, our homeless youth, our foster youth, who were already struggling with an unfair and unjust society, frankly, who bore the brunt of the lack of support and resources that the pandemic created. This program will change lives, and we are proud and thankful to partner with fierce parent advocates like the families that Innovate Public Schools serves to put the focus on our students, particularly our most vulnerable students, and empower them to achieve their full potential. I want to also thank our city librarian, Joe Bourne, and the entire San Jose Public Library system for their stewardship of these programs and making sure we use every dollar to its maximum impact. Appreciate the work that our library system does for our children. I'll just say, as a parent and as a former public school teacher here in Eastside San Jose, this means a lot to me personally. I want to lead a city that creates opportunity and upward mobility for all of our young people, and where the zip code you're born into doesn't determine your opportunities or the outcomes you have in life. And we're a long way away from being that city, but that is the aspiration, that's our moral obligation. And programs like this, investing in targeted, high-quality tutoring to help students catch up, is one little piece, one important piece of how we're going to get closer to that ideal. So I want to thank everybody who's here today who's made this possible, and it is now my pleasure to introduce and invite to the podium Patti Medina Manriquez, a parent from Innovate Public Schools. And actually, Patti, I'm so sorry. I had a sentence or two in Spanish that I also wanted to deliver. So let me do that, and then I'll ask you to come up. I wasn't looking closely at my notes. I apologize. So just very quickly. Buenos días. Gracias a todos por estar aquí. Estoy encantado de unirme junto a padres increíbles y empleados de la librería de la ciudad para celebrar el trabajo que San José y Innovate Public Schools han hecho para ayudar a nuestros jóvenes a lograr un futuro lleno de oportunidades. Es por eso que durante el último ciclo presupuestario, el concejal de San José votó para asignar $2 millones de plan de rescate a programas de tutoría para ayudar a nuestros niños más vulnerables que luchan con la pérdida de aprendizaje relacionada con la pandemia. Otra vez, gracias a la librarian y Innovate Public Schools y los padres. I need some targeted tutoring in my Spanish. So with that, thank you all again, and Patti, please come on up and share your thoughts.
That was great. Thank you so much for doing that in Spanish. And well, good morning everybody. Thank you for being here. My name is Patricia Medina Manriquez, and yes, I'm going to be doing my testimony in Spanish. Because today I'm representing all the mothers that couldn't be here today, the parents leaders with Innovate. So yeah, I would like to start with, me gustaría empezar por decirles un poquito sobre Innovate. Innovate es una organización dedicada a fomentar la capacidad de los padres y las familias para organizar, abogar y exigir una educación de alta calidad para nuestros hijos. Cuando escuché de Innovate, no dudé en ningún momento en ser parte del equipo de Innovate de Madres Líderes. Yo en ese tiempo solo tenía 2 hijos, a mi niña en kinder y a mi hijo de 3 años, pero yo quería hacer un cambio en nuestra comunidad, no solo para mis hijos, sino también para los estudiantes latinos y afroamericanos. Sabía que con el equipo de Innovate y con el equipo de las madres que ya eran parte de, podíamos lograrlo. Y después, ¿qué pasó? Comenzó la pandemia, todos pensamos que iba a ser algo pasajero. Desafortunadamente no fue así que nos tuvimos que convertir en coeducadores de la noche a la mañana, enfrentando no solo la pandemia, sino muchos retos en casa, algunos de nosotros perdiendo familiares, amigos, o viendo a nuestros familiares o amigos muy enfermos, algunas de nosotras perdiendo nuestros hogares por falta de pago, algunas otras perdiendo sus trabajos, yo creo la mayoría, muchas otras siendo madres solteras con varios hijos de diferentes edades y en diferentes grados. Era una situación muy difícil, entonces todas estábamos pasando momentos muy difíciles en casa. Entre nosotras había una abuelita muy frustrada y enojada porque quería ayudar a su nieta en casa, pero no sabía cómo, ¿verdad? No podía comunicarse con maestros, no podíamos ayudar con las tareas. Eran momentos muy difíciles. Todas nosotras inmigrantes y muchas sin hablar inglés, frustradas por no saber cómo ayudar a nuestros hijos a apoyarlos en casa. Yo escuchaba a mucha gente decir todo el tiempo, incluso en la televisión, decir, estamos en el mismo barco. De verdad eso me ponía muy enojada y frustrada porque yo decía, ¿en serio? ¿Cómo se atreven siquiera a decirlo? No estamos en el mismo barco, no estamos todavía. Nuestros hijos estaban siendo los más afectados emocionalmente y académicamente. ¿Cómo les explicábamos todo esto? ¿Cómo les explicábamos todo lo que estaba pasando si nosotras mismas nos estábamos desmoronando? Muchas veces tuve el síndrome del impostor, como lo llamó el director Michael Funk en un discurso recientemente, donde habló de que algunas veces nos preguntamos ¿por qué estamos aquí? ¿Por qué estamos haciendo esto? ¿Por qué estamos abogando por una mejor educación? Cuando lo dijo yo también estaba llorando en ese momento, porque lo he tenido y sí me pregunto muchas veces por qué lo hago. Él nos dijo, miren a su alrededor, miren a los estudiantes, miren a sus hijos y ahí está la respuesta. Por ellos lo estamos haciendo, por ellos estamos hoy aquí. Con el apoyo de Innovate, con el apoyo del equipo de Innovate empezamos a organizar un sinnúmero de reuniones de investigación con miembros de la mesa directiva de varios distritos de San José. Y les cuento que honestamente no fue nada fácil. Muchas veces no nos contestaban los correos electrónicos, nos ignoraban por completo, ¿verdad? Entonces nos costábamos mucho. Recuerdo que nuestra organizadora Sofía, que no está aquí, todo el tiempo animándonos, no te preocupes, te va a contestar, no te desesperes, bla, 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 y nosotros decíamos, ok, sí, nos tienen que contestar, y nos decía ella, es responsabilidad de ellos contestarnos, ¿verdad? Aparte de ellos, también tuvimos muchas reuniones con el Postgrado de Educación de Stanford, compañías de tecnología, personal del Condado de Santa Clara, algunos legisladores de California, como la congresista Zoe Blockren, el senador Dave Ortiz y el director de División de Aprendizaje expandido Michael Funk, solo por mencionar algunos. A pesar de todos nuestros retos individuales, nuestro pequeño grupo de 40 madres logró alzar las voces, compartimos los desafíos que estábamos pasando y propusimos soluciones para ayudar a nuestros hijos a recuperarse y prosperar. Como resultado de estas incontables reuniones de abogacía y con la contribución del exalcalde de San José, Sam Ricardo, la ciudad dedicó $2 millones en fondos para ampliar el acceso a tutorías de alta calidad la primavera del año pasado. Estos fondos ahora están disponibles para los proveedores locales de tutoría a través de una subvención administrada por la Fundación de la Biblioteca Pública de San José. Hoy en día todavía estamos trabajando en estrecha colaboración con la biblioteca para administrar esos fondos y apoyar a los proveedores locales como Alpha Public Schools, Innovate Tutoring y Bay Area Tutoring, para que nuestros estudiantes puedan acceder a tutorías de alta calidad. Como mencioné antes, mi hijo solo tenía 3 años. Ahora él está en primero y cuando estuvo en kinder, la maestra me dijo él está atrasado académicamente y creo que va a necesitar ponerlo en el programa de aprendizaje individualizado, IEP por sus siglas en inglés. Así que yo sin saberlo, mi hijo sería un beneficiario de estas tutorías de alta calidad. Sí, así que eso me hace doblemente emocionada por este gran logro, porque aunque parecía inalcanzable, lo logramos. Y no pararemos aquí. Seguimos nuestra lucha para que todos los estudiantes a nivel estatal algún día reciban estas tutorías de alta calidad que se merecen. Sí, vamos a destacar, todas. Estamos juntando más madres para que se unan a nosotros en esta lucha. Y ahora, para terminar, quiero agradecer a todas las madres líderes, a todas las que no pudieron estar hoy, a todas las que están presentes, a todas las que pusieron este granito de arena, porque esto lo logramos juntas. A mi esposo, que tal vez se tuvo que salir porque mi bebé ya camina y está, que se mueve para todos lados, porque él es un gran apoyo, mi gran apoyo. Y también por él estoy aquí. A todos nuestros familiares y amigos que están aquí presentes, obviamente a todo el equipo de Innovate, al exalcalde que tampoco pudo estar con nosotros, a Sammy Pardo, gracias por todo su apoyo. También quiero agradecerle al alcalde Matt Mahan y al Consejo Municipal de San José por su continuo apoyo, muchas gracias de verdad. Y quiero dar un agradecimiento muy muy especial para Sofía Lozano Payares que nos está con nosotros, para Silvia Meiten, para Joel Soria, José Arenas, Matt Hammer y Joanna French. Gracias de veras por toda su dedicación, por su gran corazón, por su humildad y todo el apoyo que nos brindaron a todas y cada una de nosotras. De verdad, desde el fondo de mi corazón se los agradezco. Los gracias. Y ahora me gustaría presentar a Jill Warren de San José Public Library. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So as the representative of the San José Public Library, our mission is to ensure that every member of our communities has access to a vast array of information and ideas. And we know that in order to make access happen, and access to knowledge, people of all ages and backgrounds must be empowered to learn about new ideas. They must be able to access new skills, possibilities, and have the tools to build their own agency. And we also know the importance of advocacy. And today, listening to everyone, I'm just reminded that with the partnerships and the shared mission, almost anything is possible. I mean, it's just so inspiring today. As you have already heard, at the height of the pandemic, the parents of Innovate Public Schools advocated for learners throughout our city. And we are here today to recognize that advocacy work of those parent leaders, which ultimately resulted in the funding that you've already heard about, so I won't go over that again, to strengthen after-school tutoring opportunities for our youth. So with that funding, the library was able to work with our amazing San José Public Library Foundation to expand on our successful San José Learns program, which operates in public schools throughout the city. And we developed a special opportunity called Tutoring Matters because it really does matter. And this 2-year expansion program is in its first year. Throughout the first year of Tutoring Matters, these programs will provide nearly 800 San Jose students in grades 4 through 12 with high quality, high impact tutoring services. As the lead of the city's education and digital equity initiatives, we at the library are so thankful for the parent advocates and also for our city leaders who work together to allocate these resources to always put families first. And I want to acknowledge the incredible staff and partners, the schools and the tutoring partners that we've developed who will take any opportunity like this funding and just make it happen. And so I really want to thank them for their hard work. We will continue to seek and support additional ways of strengthening our educational ecosystem throughout the city and in full partnership with our parents, our students, and our families. So thank you so much for being here to celebrate with us. I get to introduce Rashmeen and Mariana, to present the Rashmeen's testimony.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Rashmeen Kaur, and I'm the Senior Manager of Research and Policy here at Innovate Public Schools. I am very excited to talk to you a little bit more about the research behind high-quality tutoring. Back in June 2020, Innovate produced a research-based summary brief. Looks like this over here. Be sure to grab it in the back. And this summary, this brief summarizes the elements of high-quality tutoring. These elements are what parents across the state of California organized for. Research has shown us that the most effective tutoring happens one-to-one or in small groups with consistent tutors over time and with regular frequent sessions, at least 2 to 3 times a week. High-quality tutoring is also data-driven, meaning that tutors and administrators of tutoring programs can refine and improve their approach through an ongoing cycle of feedback. It is also important that tutors are integrated in the school day, whether it's during school or right after school. Finally, tutors can have any different background, but they must be well-trained and supported through ongoing training and coaching. We recognize that high-quality tutoring programs are not accessible in underserved communities, which is why we celebrate the $2 million investment made by the City of San Jose to serve students most in need. Now, I would like to pass the mic to our parent leader, Mariana Casares, to share this program and what it means to her child in San Jose campus.
Good morning. My name is Mariana. I'm a resident of the Mount Pleasant School District. I'm here to celebrate this huge accomplishment in making high-quality tutoring services accessible to more underserved students. Even more exciting is that this is being offered through the San José Public Library. I cannot think of a better place to make high-quality tutoring more accessible to students. The first time I witnessed high-quality tutoring services was when my oldest child needed support in her English language literacy skills for the ELAC assessment test. I found a literacy program being offered by Santa Clara University focused on working with a small group of English learning children. We don't see enough high-quality tutoring programs in underserved communities. And we know that this type of programs are not cheap. I saw how much my daughter benefited from one-to-one time with a consistent tutor. She was able to build a strong relationship with her tutor, who also worked closely with me to identify more opportunities for her to advance. My vision as a mother is to make this service more accessible to all students, especially those who have historically been underserved. High-quality tutoring programs make it possible for students to receive one-to-one support focus on their learning experience and needs. And when these programs are integrated into schools, they are even more impactful. We, Innovate parent leaders across California, are advocating for permanent, accessible, high quality tutoring programs to reach more students. Our students are still recovering from the learning loss they experienced during the pandemic. And we know that in order for kids to recover, we need all hands on deck. The situation for students, teachers, and school is dire. And we are calling on our communities to respond, just as the City of San José did, so that more tutoring programs are available to better serve our children. A lot more funding is needed to keep these programs running, but we are off to a great start. Thank you. So I want to pass the mic to Councilmember Omar Torres.
Buenos días a todos. Oh, podemos hacer más mejor que eso. Buenos días a todos.
Buenos días, Omar.
That was a good one. Antes de hablar en inglés, quiero decir unas pocas palabras en español. Yo soy producto de programas de nuestras bibliotecas y nuestros centros de jóvenes. Yo desde niño, desde la escuela Washington Elementary School hasta el San José State, yo siempre pedía ayuda y pedí tutoring. Y es muy importante que nosotros tenemos programas como Tutoring Matters para nuestros jóvenes y nuestras familias. So tutoring matters, everyone. That is why we're here. Mi papá y mi mamá siempre pelearon para una buena educación para mí y mi comunidad, y por eso yo estoy aquí para decirle que yo también voy a pelear para ustedes. So, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Omar Torres, and I'm the council member for District 3, which is downtown. And in our capital of Silicon Valley, talent and creativity abound, and our kids, who are in our most under-resourced communities, have the same dreams and are just as intelligent and talented and driven as their counterparts in our raw resource communities. As a city, we must create a pipeline and a pathway for our youth. We gotta train them, support them, give them access to quality tutoring and exposures to career unknown to them. And it starts by investing in our libraries and programs. But we also have to provide these tools to our parents and our moms. So childcare, healthcare, education, workforce training, you all deserve that. So again, thank you to our parents. Your stories are really significant and important to officials like myself who need to fight for more funding for our youth and families. So I am committed in investing in youth and families here in San Jose. Like I said, we are the capital of Silicon Valley, and our workforce needs to look like our community. And these are the programs that are gonna help us do that. So again, thank you so much for holding us accountable and ensuring that youth programming is prioritized for years to come in our city. Your children are our future mayor. I know he just left because we are super busy. Your children are our future council members, because I don't want to do this my whole life. Your children are our future library directors, our future CEOs, our future doctors, our future scientists, our tech entrepreneurs, and our future small business owners. They deserve our commitment, and I'm committed to helping our youth and families here in the city of San Jose. So thank you so much, and thank you for all the work that you have done to bring tutoring to our most under-resourced communities. And now I pass it on to Councilmember Ortiz.
Hello everyone, my name is Peter Ortiz and I'm council member for District 5 and home of Educational Park Library. I'm honored to serve as your council member for this area, representing the many diverse neighborhoods of East San Jose. Mi nombre es Peter Ortiz y tengo el distinto honor de servir como su concejal para el Distrito 5, nuestro bello y diverso este de San Jose. I'll also join the Spanish tutoring with the mayor. I am a proud alum of Independence High School, a public school within the Eastside Union High School District, which is just outside the walls right here. It was during my time at Independence where I lived the realities of an underfunded education and a gang-impacted school. Those experiences is what propelled me into public service. I wanted to ensure that our children growing up here in East San Jose have the opportunity to dream big and achieve a great life for their families, because our children here matter too. I've had the honor of serving on the Mount Pleasant School District Board of Trustees, where I co-founded a bridge library for the community. And as president of the Santa Clara County Board of Education, where I advocated to put quality education first. And now as a city council member, you continue to have my support and advocacy. I will work with our partners in education to support the academic success of San Jose's children, especially those most impacted by legacies of underfunding and underservice. And as demonstrated during the city council meeting earlier this week, I will always put the children and youth of our city first, ensuring that they have the necessary access to programs and resources that will make them whole. Ultimately, we know that tutoring matters. I mean, that's why we're here today. We also know that supporting students and their families build resilience, and that access to programs and resources make a world of difference in our children's academic career. So I want to congratulate all the parent leaders for their amazing advocacy in this incredible win. I want to thank Innovate Public Schools as well as their coordination and advocacy. I want to thank Jill and the San Jose Public Library and the Library Foundation for your commitment to our children and families. Where there is a will, there is a way. Que viva San Jose y que viva la educación.
What an amazing opportunity to hear from our city leaders, our city community members, our parent advocates, our parent leaders. I just want to close out and saying this means so much for parent leaders. This means so much. And Kathy mentioned in her testimony, you know, being able to meet with you guys, seeing you guys here reminds us that we're supposed to be here. Our voice matters and this work matters. And as we talk about often, you know, change doesn't happen overnight. Step by step, meeting by meeting, tutoring by tutoring, program by program, policy by policy. And at Innovate Public Schools, we are truly committed to working with our city leaders, our city community members, our county members. We went to Sacramento last week. We are meeting with everyone possible to make sure that Black and brown students have the opportunities, educational opportunities that they deserve. And so I want to thank, before we leave, I want to thank our CEO, Michelle Vilches, who's outside. If we get a chance to talk to her, she talks, so she probably step outside for a second. Our Executive Vice President, Jose Arenas. Our Regional Vice President, Hannah Josette. Our Community Organizer, Morena, who's not able to be here, but our Community Canvasser, Marisol. Our People and Operations team, our Communications team, the San Jose Public Library Foundation, our Research and Policy policy team, our madres líderes. Yes. Thank you guys. Thank our 3 tutoring service providers who were able to make it today. And 2 of them have tables right over here, our Bay Area Tutoring Club, Council Public Schools, and Elevate Tutoring. It is an honor to be a part of Innovate Public Schools, but it's even more of an honor to see the community step up for our students. And so I thank you guys. As you're on your way out, or as you guys continue to mix and mingle and learn more about our tutoring programs, well, the tutoring programs that are being offered through the service providers, we have some Dunkin' Donuts and some coffee left in, like they said.